Rob, you are fucking killing me. You need to probably not play with the Ouija board. If you even understood the Ouija board, you would not be playing it. Okay? I tried to play with it when I was younger. Thought it was a toy. Didn't work. I was even in a haunted trailer, and it still didn't work. But, you know, growing up, I eventually moved to a haunted basement. And in this haunted basement, I used the Ouija board. I set up my voice recorder on the table, a BlackBerry cell phone with a gripper thing around it. So, not going to move. We're good, right? I play the board, nothing happens, I put it away, and then afterwards, the recorder falls over by itself. Like 10 minutes afterwards. I'd totally forgotten we were even recording. And it falls over, I'm like, what the fuck? And I look at it, and then I decide to just grab it, shut it off, listen back, right? Well, right before the recorder falls over, you can hear a demonic voice say, Amy, you are next. I put that EVP on YouTube. But really scary. I had 10 minutes prior, you know, been playing the board, 20 questioning the board. And during that time, you can hear a voice say, hey, do you like shrimp? With like a southern twang at the end. And it sounds like me, but it's not me. Because right afterwards, I say, what is your name? In a loud, strong voice. And the scary part is I'd been eating shrimp in that basement for 2 weeks straight, every night. I'd go upstairs, I would cook it in garlic butter, and I would bring it downstairs, and I would eat it. And it might have been acting as a trigger object. Maybe ghosts can smell. I don't know. But you know, after hearing this, I said, I'm never playing the freaking Ouija board ever again. I don't give a fuck. It's not happening. Because it didn't say my dude's name. It said my name. So, anyway, eventually I move to Ravenna. And I am having a good time. I mean, I was pretty sure the place was haunted because the Xbox had paused by itself. I was watching the movie Waiting, and it was the part where the chick goes back by the dishwasher, and the guy said, you know, if you need any like counseling or anything, just, I'm here. And she said, oh, that's really great and everything, but what I'd really like you to do is wash the fucking dishes and shut the and then it paused. And me and my friend Grace are sitting on the couch, and the same table I had down in that basement. It's a glass, like old 70s Coke table. It spins. It's awesome. You can see like the razor blade lines in this bitch, but it's sitting in front of us. And the Xbox remote was sitting on top of it. And the Xbox controller was on. And we've been watching this movie for a while, and I'm pretty sure that the Xbox remote is supposed to turn off after so long. So I look, and there's no other controller linked up to the system, because you can see, you know, another light will turn on by that little circle thing. Anyway, yeah. We're sitting there like, what the hell? And she's about to freak out, and it's just me, her dog, and my kid. And I just assume, because I'm already kind of a ghost hunter, right, that this is a ghost. And it doesn't like the cussing. And the TV was really loud. And we were playing it around a kid. So I can understand how maybe if it was like an older person, how they would be offended by how disrespectful the language is in the movie Waiting. But I say, okay, can you flip it back to where it was? Because it had paused. It had flipped back 2 scenes and paused again. And I was like, okay, you Can you flip it back to where it was and push play? And it did it. And I'm not even shitting you. It did it. And me and her are like, holy shit, dude. And we get up, and she grabs her dog, and I grab my child, and I go into my kitchen. And at that point in time, we discuss the game plan. Because she's not a ghost hunter. I'm not as freaked out as she is, but I can feel it. I'm kind of a sensitive person, so I can feel her pain. So we decide after 10 minutes to go in there and continue the movie. Okay, let's just go in here, right? Let's just sit down and go back to watching the movie. It's not going to hurt us, and we're going to be good, right? Okay, we'll be good. So we go in there, we're sitting there, and after a couple minutes of watching the movie, she's like, you know, I kind of freaked out. I got the little hairs that are standing up on the back of my neck. And I look over at her, because I'm not feeling the same thing, and I see a mist come out of the back of her head area, and then come at me, and into me. And I was about to say, okay, now I feel it, and tell her about it. And she said, oh, wait, it's gone. I'm like, dude, I just saw a mist freaking come out of you and go into me. What the fuck is that? I asked the neighbor kids if they even have an Xbox. They don't even own one. My windows were completely covered. I mean, there's no explanation for that. So my place is already haunted. And then I meet Brittany Ice and Trevor Tomlinson. And they convinced me, oh, let's play Ouija board. I mean, it took them about a half an hour because I'm like, fuck you. I'm not doing that ever again. And this bitch is already haunted, so you can suck it, right? No. I have no authority, obviously, whatsoever, because I end up actually sitting in this exact spot. Which is weird, because a lot of things happen in this spot. But anyway, okay. So Brittany's sitting over here. We got Trevor across from me. And we're playing the Ouija board. And it is actually working. Now, it's never moved for me before. So I'm like, holy shit, dude. And I say, what is your name? And very slowly, it spells out Nazela Rivers. Now, I'm like, okay, you know, when did you die? Or when were you born? And gave me the date 1936. I said, are you a boy or are you a girl? And said, she's a girl. And I said, okay. I said, but how did you die? And she says, pushed, staircase, and then writes dad. And I genuinely took that to heart. That's horrible. Her dad pushed her off a staircase? Holy shit. So at this point in time, I decide to say, oh my God, I feel so bad for you. But why don't you go to heaven? You know there's a heaven, right? And she spells out F-U, and it's really, really slow to start out with. But as it was going, it started to get closer together. Like, you know, a lot quicker. Spelled out fuck you, bitch. And then wrote G-O. And it was either going to say goat or go away. So I went to goodbye. And then I got up and grabbed the holy water and blessed myself first. I don't know. I'm not religious. Somebody gave me it. And then I poured some on Brittany's forehead. And then I poured it on Trevor. And I told Trevor to get the fucking board out of my house. And he took it to his house. And then his mom found it. And I can't tell you that she disposed of this board properly. I'm guessing not, because my place is still extremely haunted. And I know that because I started voice recording. I put my recorder right over there by the microwave on the counter, and I would record while we sleep, like I'd been doing for the past 2 years in the basement. every night in 10-minute sessions with my BlackBerry cell phone. Got no reception in the basement. I recorded. And I've got hundreds of EVPs. Scary as shit. So anyway, recording over there. One day I was listening to it, and my daughter, at least it sounds like my daughter, screams, "My back!" like really loud. And then you can hear someone who sounds like me, that's not me, say, "It's time to wake up, honey." And then it pauses for 15 seconds or so, makes like a little noise. And then you can hear Brittany, who played Ouija board with me, by the way. Amy. And then Bertha, with like a roll of the tongue. And I can't even roll my tongue. But it sounded like somebody was introducing me and Brittany to Bertha. And then I'd remembered that there is a Bertha Peck. I live close by to Peck Road. Really close by. I would probably be considered property if the properties were bigger back then. I couldn't find anything on my road, which is like right next to it, because it used to be an old horse trail. It wasn't even like really a road. So I don't know, I was at a loss. But I remember that Bertha Peck helped 15 slaves or something off a railroad and took them in and housed them and gave them work and took care of them. And I'm thinking that Nazela Rivers isn't necessarily a white name. So, you know, that was kind of ironic. And I thought that it was awesome. I mean, Nazela Rivers, from what I had Googled, I figured was where maybe 3 rivers come together in Egypt. And then you think about Egypt, and it's like, that's what everybody says is demonic about the Ouija board, that the things from Egypt come through. And that's not cool. I mean, the guy who invented the Ouija board, right? He didn't really invent it. He patented it, and he spent his whole life suing people over, you know, stealing it. Which, you know, if that's the way he wanted to go out. But he named the Ouija board Ouija because he said something came through the board and said that Ouija meant good luck in Egypt. So, I don't know. But whatever comes through that board is not good. I can tell you that. I mean, I have some good things in my house. And I know that. Because they don't hurt us. But when I go to bless the home, I actually get attacked. I'm sitting over here on the other bench seat. And my friend gets up, April Thomas, to go and cleanse the home. She gets her sage. It's midnight. She didn't say a word. She just got up. I mean, we were kind of drinking, just sitting around. So I didn't notice she was doing that. And all of a sudden, the REM pod that I had set up in front of the refrigerator, and I understand that there's an EMF field that goes around it, but I had made sure that it was not in the EMF field. But she goes over there and she's doing her thing, and this thing starts going off. And there's 4 little lights on it, and each light makes a different noise. And during this time, it starts freaking the fuck out, right? It's going crazy. I said, okay. Calm down. Because when it starts doing this, it feels like I get hit in the chest with like an invisible laser beam. And it's being held on there. And it kind of hurts, dude. And I don't know what to do. So I say, okay, calm down. And then all of a sudden it does. It does calm down for like a half a second. And then all of a sudden back up again. And I'm voice recording at this time, so I have the proof of this. But regardless, I said, okay, dude, this hurts too bad. And I actually made the decision, I got to get up and I got to go outside. So I get up and I go outside. When I came back in, I didn't get hit in the chest again. But I did feel better after I went outside. I do have anxiety. I mean, but that's from pain from my arm feels like it's broken and nobody can figure out what the fuck it is. So I don't know, but it's not broken. It just feels like it. And I know what pain feels like. I know what anxiety feels like. You know, I always feel like I'm dying. I feel like actually living here, like it might be killing me, but I mean, I don't really have another place to go. So this is my home. I have to deal with it. Luckily, I'm strong. But that thing did not want me to let her bless the home. It was pissed. We gave it, we'd said out loud, hey, you have plenty of time to voice, you know, what your intentions are here. And if you're good, you can stay. And it hit me. It decided it wanted to attack me. So she did. She did cleanse the home. And I don't know if it's still here. I don't know if it's evil or if it was just pissed. But I know that the orbs that I get are real. They're real. I have an orb with teeth. I have an orb with a reflection. I mean, dust doesn't give a reflection. It has to be an actual solid object to have a reflection. My cat can see it. He's my little ghost hunter, Muse. Oh my God. But it's real and it's here. And it comes through my door. And I'm pretty sure that it's attracted to magnets. I'm pretty sure that there are angels here protecting me and my little girl. And I would appreciate if everybody would just take this video as a little bit of a warning that you're opening up a portal. And like my friend Rob, I don't know if he's living alone or what, but, you know, playing this thing, if you could be creating your own poltergeist. You're sitting there maybe lonely, depressed, by yourself, using a board. That's not good. I mean, at least somebody else there. You need somebody else there. You need like a safety buddy. I don't want to sit here worried about you. You know, you're in Maryland and I'm in Ohio, and I can't protect you from here, nor do I have a way at this moment to get to you. Nor do I really even know you. But I know that you're always there for me every morning, and you're always there for me at night. You know, I look forward to talking to you every day, and so far you've been a pretty kick-ass friend. And I would hate, just absolutely hate, for things to attach themselves to you. I see a bright, awesome, amazing person, and I don't want you to ruin that. You're absolutely perfect. You don't need to be depressed. You see all these women on Facebook, they definitely want your nuts. You should go out and ghost hunt. Yes, I'm not telling you not to. I'm a ghost hunter still. You want to know why? Because Shits Redic. And every time I answer a question, you know, when I'm thinking, okay, how did this thing come through my door? Like, I actually got a picture of the orb coming through my door. Why is it coming through my door? I thought it was coming through the wall right here. Up here. An orb came out of the wall and flew at my freaking head. I had 6 people in the kitchen. Nobody else fucking saw it. I don't know. But I turn around and all of a sudden I see an orb fly out of the wall at my head and I go back. Seriously, like the fucking Matrix, dude. And I've tried to actually physically recreate me going back and how far I went back. And I cannot do it. Nobody else saw it. It pissed me off. But it's coming through the door now because it's easier. Because I have magnets all over my door. I mean, and now I have more questions. Could we maybe use magnets to attract them more during ghost hunting. I don't know, but I'm going to figure it out. And you can help me figure out some shit. And we could be great ghost hunters together. And I don't know, but just please, if you could calm down on the Ouija board, that would be helpful.